Good morning, everybody. This wonderful phone. Yeah, Christmas is coming. What's on your Christmas list? I got mine percolating. Mom always hits us up for a list. I need 10 things. What do you want? And, we all have a certain little budget to work within. And Mom's very generous with us. But, let me get this out of the way. Yeah, it's a wonderful Wednesday morning, and beautiful weather, nice and cool, not too cold. Yesterday there was a crash on this bridge, so I had to go around with Slidell through the twin span. They call it the Frank Davis Parkway. Frank Davis used to be one of our cooks on our show, television station I work with, and he had a heart attack a few years back, or a stroke, I think, and or was it cancer? Wow, I forget. Yeah, interesting guy, intense. But yeah, that was the alternate route yesterday. So today, reviewing my Christmas list. Of course, it's got to have some gear on there, And I'm checking out this light they have at Walmart's little work lights. Handheld jobby, you can put it down like it's a little work light. It's got a little base. Now there's two of them. There's one that's got like 2,500 lumens, and this thing I think has 4,500 lumens. That's a pretty dang bright light. Now it's more like a flood, just a big floodlight's all it is, really. But if you turn that and bounce it off of a piece of foam board, you get a pretty nice, soft, diffused light. It's got a grill in front of it, so you can easily hang gel in front of it and get the color corrected. I don't really know what color it is yet, but you can correct it with gel. We have lots of little pieces of gel where I work, so it wouldn't be that big an issue to correct it. But yeah, that'd be a fun light to have, just to light up a wall in a house or a room, and you can light a person with it if you get the color right. But in the days of having blue and orange in the background, that seems to be the background of everyone's blog these days. I think whatever color is orange is fine, daylight or tungsten. And it's just a splash of color in the background really is all it is. I got a light or two, and then I got a couple little handheld lights, just to like fill lights, throw under a cabinet, fill in a whole little background, something, a bookshelf, whatever it is. Even if you do it tight on products and stuff, you can get a nice little light for products. It's just so cool how tiny and quick these lights are getting now. I love them, like kid in a candy store. Last year I got a Sure Enough light kit, and it was a little low budget thing, but I mean it still is nice. It's got stands, it's got like Chimera tents, and a little bit of a setup to get it set up. You gotta pop up the Chimera tent, put it in front of it. It's got what does it have? I think it came with spiral bulbs, what are those called? Little fluorescents, I think. And they were like a weird color. I didn't like them, so I got brighter LED bulbs. And now it's like 400 watts. Well, the light looks pretty dang bright for LEDs. And you put the Chimera tent over, it's nice, soft, diffused light. Or you can go direct if you're, in sunlight or whatever. You can get that light right next to somebody, help fill them up a little bit. And it's a nice, soft light. And those are nice. I don't. If I'm actually doing a production, I might drag them out and use them, but for small stuff, I got a clamp on thing. You clamp, and it's got 4 bulbs, and it just like fills an area really quick. That's my quick and dirty go-to for like the tutorial I did on how to build the little steampunk spider. That was a little clamp on thing, throwing some light around really fast. And it's nice. Just a little bit of light. It's like I've been in the business for 26 years now, maybe 27 years, and it never ceases to amaze me how much light you need. It's unbelievable. I mean, what you can see with your eye is so much more set. And these days, it's getting darker and darker for a mile, but even what you can see with your eye, cameras can't do it. They got to gain up like crazy to get there. So, pump up the lights, and your gain will go down, your quality's going to be 10 times better. Get a faster lens. I have my little Yanoco lens, whatever it's called. I'm happy with that little lens, You might get the slightest bit of distortion around the edges. It's the tiniest bit, but for a $90 lens, heck, I'm happy. I think it's got a 1.5, and I think it's my 25 or 35 millimeter. I forget which one it is. It might be a 22 millimeter. It's like a 1.5. It's fast, and it's amazing how much better it looks than dark, muddy, gained up. So try some cheap lenses. You'd be surprised. Just try to get a fast one. So I've been on the lookout for a good wide angle. Like, I really want to get like a 12 millimeter or 11 millimeter. And with my APS-C, the chip sensor, I forgot what it's called. It's crop factor. It jumps it up like 1.5. I think it multiplies times 1.5. So it's like, an 11 becomes like a 25 millimeter, so it's not like it stays that wide. So you're center cutting out of the fisheye distortion. So really I need a fisheye just to get up to about somewhere around 20 millimeter, which is not too bad for distortion. So they're not cheap, man. Woo. I can't find any of them for under like $300 for anything decent, $200-$300. I might look at used ones. I've been looking at used ones too, but even those guys, man, they're holding their value at $200 or $300. It's like, and that's for the cheap ones. As we all know, a real one, put a couple zeros behind that, a really nice wide angle lens with a fast aperture is $1,000-$2,000. It's like, not me. I'm not doing it. I mean, if it was my full-time job, I'd probably consider it, but can't do it. And that ever-annoying crop factor. Have you guys ever tried speed boosters? I'm not a fan of putting more and more and more glass stacked up on the camera. I'm just not a fan. You get distortion, it just introduces more lens flares. There's so much more glass and issues. I don't like it. I mean, I'd be willing to try it. I've seen it a few times with other cameras, and it's okay. I mean, it's an image. It's bringing it back down. It reduces the crop factor or whatever you get. What they call it? Meta creation, meta bones, what they call the thing. And it's a ring with a lens. Well, the real ones have lens on them, and it magnifies your image. It makes it smaller. Basically, it focuses it onto your whatever size sensor you have. Jeez Louise, my coffee has kicked in yet. Come on, kick the coffee. Let's go. And it focuses your image down onto the sensor, so you don't get a crop factor. But I don't know, more glass, more layers. So anyway, I'd be willing to try, but I think those two, the real ones, the real expensive ones, are about $1,000 to $2,000. And I mean, it's a very precise piece of glass. It's doing a very precise thing. So I mean, I understand the cost of these things. I understand you pay for what you get. Well, you don't pay for what you get. You don't pay for what you can afford. So, yep, number one on my list, though. Back to the Christmas list. New phone. Oh, I'm tired of this thing. It's a nice little crutch in between. But this is one clunky, funky phone. It does weird stuff. But hey, for $10, I guess it's worth it. It's so slow. Like I said, it's not a bad phone. When you first reformat the thing, it's amazingly fast. It's just as fast as any other phone. Then the bloatware updates. You disable everything. Disable Google. Disable everything. I don't want anything on this phone. And it auto updates itself. You can't get around the bloatware updates. And by the time it finishes updating, it just kills the memory and it just slows everything down. And I think it's constantly sending data out. I'm sure China, they want to see every button click I hit. They got their little spy bot on there. And that'd be hilarious. Fly to China, go to Huawei headquarters, and see my file. That would be funny. Kind of like a rural Mission Impossible. And it would be fun. So anyway, Christmas is coming. Off next week. Might get something done. Might clean up the shed, work on it, or whatever. It's fun just hanging out, chilling with the fam. And it's been cold. I've not felt like going outside much. But one of my little dreams are to close in. I have like 4 sections of my shed. It's like, I don't know, 10 feet wide by 15 feet deep, like little cubicles. And at the moment it's all wide open. It's just a big lean-to shed with a big roof and a back wall. So I'm building these big doors in front of it. And I want to close it in and make it like a studio, like just a little green screen studio, a little tabletop that's got a permanent setup for high shots looking down, just things like that, But you gotta watch it when you do that. You gotta keep a dehumidifier in there constantly running. You gotta keep it dry, and a little heater, of course, during the winter. And you want to keep it like easily 70, 80 degrees in there at all times, or you're gonna get mildew and rust. It's gonna be just nasty in there. It's gonna get a film of crap over all your stuff. I would leave real equipment in there, just tripods, maybe a light or two, something like that. But it's like, you don't leave anything outside. You gotta have it weatherproof, humidity-proof, really, in the south. That's what's brutal. I mean, I guess you start going north and east and west, you get away from all this humidity, but it's brutal in the south. If you close a car door and you come back a week later, a couple weeks later, you'll have a chia pet in your car. I mean, I've got a couple of little cars that I've had to, head onto the side and throw them away. It was insane how much mold grows in there. But yeah, so it'd be fun, but at the same time, a little bit of maintenance to keep it clean, to keep it properly, to keep it usable. But I don't know, might do that. Might work on that a little bit. It'd be nice to have a little green screen area in there. Just a little back wall green screen, just big enough for one person to stand in front of. Maybe knees up. I think I can probably squeeze knees up kind of thing, which is handy. So anyway, that's my little Christmas list. So yeah, a few lights, a new phone. What else? A bunch of silly stuff, little handheld things for cell phone holder with a pistol grip and small things like that. No real stabilizers or anything. I'm on the fence with stabilization. I made a pistol grip stabilizer one time, a little C-type with a pistol grip, and it works. But like any stabilizer, when we use them at work and stuff, those things are a pain in the butt. I mean, just they're only made really for walking slowly up to something and walking behind someone as they walk. Okay, you can maybe run a little bit, but not much. I mean, they're very limited. I like the idea of an Osmo where it's like a socket built into something, and that thing floats and stabilizes. The wind won't affect it much. But even those, you can't do a lot of like Steadicam stuff. To grab the camera and swing it, whip it, and run and jump, and just all that business for a following action shot. You just can't do it with these stabilizers. You can do it slowly. But if you go fast, centrifugal force will sling that thing into the Twilight Zone. It's starting to right itself. It's not designed for that, But for a slow walking Peter McKinnon, I'm walking up to a cliff's edge shot. It's perfect. That's really what they're made for. And it's like, no. It's pretty, but I don't know. There's so many onboard stabilizers now. They're getting more and more built into the cameras. So I don't know. I like that little tiny mini, what is it, the Osmo Micro, or whatever they call the thing. And it's like a little tiny flashlight with a little tiny lens that's on a stabilizer, that's on a gimbal. It's hilarious. But for cutaway shots, that's kind of cool. I like the flexibility of getting low, like off the ground, sweep off the ground, and come up past someone's face and all that stuff. I mean, you can do that with the stabilizers, but some of them are so big and bulky, you can't get on the ground with them. So it's kind of like, I come from the school of JIDs with these long 20-foot arms, and the camera's like on the ground, and you sweep it up, and you have robotic heads, that you pan, tilt, and zoom, and follow the action. With a gimbal, it's kind of like set it and forget it kind of thing. So you kind of like pass through the action. You can try to follow your talent and stuff, but from what I've seen, they don't work that great. And we've used them on projects before. We had phone stabilizers. We have a GoPro stabilizer, and we even have a gimbal for a little Sony Joby. I forget this camera. It's a little flip out lens, nice camera. But all of them, they're always struggling. Anytime I see it in the shot, whenever we have it up, our little news shows, it's like, the framing isn't perfect. It's like they're way too much headroom, okay? And it's like they're trying to get up and they're fighting it, trying to make it center, and the camera's fighting itself because you had it set at that angle. And they're very particular. And it's one of those deals where you do it 20 times, you're going to get one or two good shots, okay? But you got to really play with that thing to get it just right. And they do have some time. And the whole time you're doing it, you got that loud countdown on those batteries. Those batteries do not last long. I mean, it's just, they're a pain in the butt. And especially if you're relying on that for like a movie, if you're, like I said, Peter McKinnon, and you just run up to a cliff's edge, that's great, you're done, But if you got to do scenes over and over and over and over and over, and rehearsals, and various angles, cutaways, that battery is going to die on you the first 20 minutes. You can have a dead gimbal, So it's kind of like, that's why I like non-battery powered, human powered stabilization. They have them that are, there's a bunch of them that are like more just gravity and your body actions help stabilize the thing. And it takes the shock out of it, And they always have the onboard stabilizer, which is okay. And okay, I'm not a fan of warp stabilizer. I don't think I've ever gotten the thing to work right. I've watched 25 tutorials on the thing, and I cannot get warp stabilization to work. Of course, every shot I have, I'm spinning and zigzagging and running and flipping around in circles. It doesn't like that. Like everything, it likes the slow walk into a room, straight ahead shot. Everything stays in frame. When you get out of frame, you SOL, because that thing is not going to figure out what the heck just happened. It just does some jelly warp. It looks like you're going into some dream sequence. It's just, no matter what you do, I can't do it. But if it is just a lockdown shot, well, a semi-lockdown slow walk in, it can do that. It can pull out the jiggle. But that's it, man. That thing is very limiting, and I'm not impressed by that. People think it's the end all be all. It's like for simple shots. So anyway, this one's getting long. So if it recorded it, that'd be fantastic. I'll upload it. If not, I guess I'll do this again. This wonderful phone. It always just keeps you on your toes. What is going on? There's a guy with a boat out here. Oh, okay. The birds are following him. He's in a shrimp boat. Here, let me be crazy. I'll give you the shot. Okay, not that you can see it in this little thing, but here he is, right here. Can you see him? He's surrounded by birds. Well, somewhere. Love this phone. Love this phone. Okay, that was completely useless. Oh, there he is. Glimpse up. There he is. Birds are like following. The pelicans. The pelicans are following this guy. So, anyway, later.